Good morning, folks. How are you today? We're waking up here in Atlanta. We are heading over to Roswell, Georgia, to the Nissan dealership. We have to deliver these 5 Nissan Titans, and I don't know how in the world I screwed up the math. Not only once, not only twice, but 3 separate times, trying to get this load on. I originally booked 6. That's why you don't see one over my head rack. So I've never loaded 6 full-size pickup trucks on this before, and I've done 5 Titans and a Frontier, 4 Titans, 2 Frontiers, and a Murano. I mean, I've done all that. I've never done 6 Titans. So I looked up the weight of the vehicles, and when I added them up, for some odd reason, I must have been hitting the number wrong, and I came up about 2,000 pounds overweight for what I can haul. So, which should have meant this load, unless the numbers online are just wrong, it should have meant this load should have been weighing about 77,000 pounds with a full tank of fuel. But it didn't. When I weighed this just to see, more or less I just weighed it just to see if my back axle on my trailer was overweight, which it's not. When I weighed, hang on, I'm looking for a receipt, because this is paid parking here in Atlanta, so you have to have a receipt, otherwise you got to pay to come in here for the evening. When I scaled it, it only scaled out 72,300 pounds. So I could have had that other Titan over my head rack and still had at least, I don't know, about 1,200 pounds of space between my gross weight and the weight of the load. So obviously that didn't work out very well, and we ended up leaving one behind because I thought I was going to be overweight, and I don't try to run around the scales and that sort of stuff. So oh well. But we are running 27 miles to Roswell, Georgia. Hang on one second here. Good, how are you?
All right. You have a blessed day, okay?
Thank you, you too. Alright, she was real nice. But yeah, so we're gonna run 27 miles over to Roswell. We're gonna deliver this. Then we have 180 miles, give or take a couple, to
warning, truck weight violation.
Yeah, for some odd reason this road is considered a weight limited road, but they got a truck stop on it. Makes sense, right? But then we're heading over to Montgomery, Alabama.
Right on I-285
to load up. We got 9 vehicles over there. We have, what is it, 5 Elantras and 4 Tucsons. Yeah, Hyundai. Yeah, Tucsons. Heading over to Alcoa, Tennessee, getting me almost back home. So it looks like we will be ending the week. We'll probably almost make it to Alcoa tonight, as long as we don't run into a lot of issues trying to get our load on. We'll make it into Alcoa tonight, and then be able to unload in the morning, Friday morning, and we'll probably run up to Smyrna or Spring Hill, or even possibly the auction if there's a good enough load in there. Coming back home, we'll probably bring that home for the weekend, deliver that first thing Monday morning. So yeah, we're just gonna hammer down today. It's gonna be a pretty busy day, unloading a load, loading a load, and then trying to still get the better part of 500, 550 miles in on the day. So yeah, we're gonna hammer down today. Glad to have you guys along for the ride. Welcome to the outskirts of Atlanta right now. This is always a wonderful place to go. I can honestly say I do like Atlanta. I've been to the city twice, just on vacation, and it's a beautiful city. But goodness gracious, I despise driving around Atlanta almost as much as I despise driving around DC. But I'll be back in a minute. I gotta take this call. Alrighty, sorry about that, folks. That was a company calling to see if I could run up to Kalamazoo, Michigan next week to pick up a load coming down into Mount Juliet to the auction. I've never run up there before. Not exactly opposed to it, but I've only ever been to Michigan once in my entire life. That was East Lansing, Michigan. I had to have been 14 or 15 years old when I used to race. We had a national race up there at the East Lansing kart track, and yeah, we went up there. Actually didn't do too bad at that race. I took fourth, and I think my sister in her class, I think she took third or fifth. I think it might have been third. I think I was pretty annoyed that she did better than me that weekend. Yeah, I was young and I wanted to be the best. Plus, I also at that time, no, I had to have been 15 because I was working for my father then, and I had money. Not real money, but just had money that kids have. So I remember I bet my sister. I told my sister she wanted a new racing helmet, and she had picked it out. We were at that point, we were sponsored by Bell Racing Products, so we had to wear their helmets, their gear, their gloves, their shoes, all that kind of stuff. And I bet my sister that if she took, I think it was better than 10 in the race, because she wasn't doing good. She was really struggling trying to get it set up and get the track down. She didn't have the hang of that track yet at that point. I told her that I think if she took better than 10, I would buy her the racing helmet she wanted. And she turned around, she went out for qualifying, didn't do very good at all, and I think she qualified like 28th, 29th out of 32, 33 karts. In the heat race, I think she ended up getting up to like 12. And then so she started the feature race, which is the only one that matters. That's the one that decides what you're taking amateur race, and she started like 12th or something like that, which I was a little nervous, but I was really happy for her. But then I think it was turn 2, because turn 1 is just like it's just like a sweeping left-hander, wide open, no one's hitting their brakes. You just more or less you grab the start-finish line and you burn around turn 1. But turn 2, if I'm not mistaken, was a left-hand hairpin. Real sharp turn, everybody's on their brakes, and like the 7th and 8th carts, they got together a little bit, didn't wipe out or anything, but it slowed them down, and my sister did a dive bomb move past like 6 carts because of that. So she went from 12th to 7th in 2 turns. And then after that, she held her own. I think she passed 2 or 3 more people and got herself up into, it was either 3rd or 5th. I'm pretty certain it was 3rd. That was her first podium she had ever had. I think she was 9 or 10. Oh, no, if I'm 15, she's 4 years. She was 11. She's 4 years younger than me. So yeah, she turned around and she ended up finishing, I think, 3rd. Got on the podium, and the dang helmet she picked out, thank goodness we were sponsored, was like $600. So with the sponsorships and everything, they took I think it was 70% off on the helmet. So it only cost me like $250, and then another 200 and so to get it airbrushed and looking the way she wanted. But yeah, that's the only time I've ever been to East Lansing. Sorry to go off on kind of a random rant here, but you guys are joining me for the ride, and this is the stuff I think of. So now I'm going to tune back in a couple here when we get down towards the dealership. I got to make a phone call to find out if we can pull into the dealership, if we stay out onto the road. I looked it up on Google Maps. It looks like the road is a very main road, so I don't think we can stay out on it. But it's got 2 side driveways, which the one I know I can pull into, and then if I have to, back out of. That's not an issue, but it looks like it's got overhanging trees over the entire driveway. And that can be an issue with scratching the tops of vehicles, because I don't know very many car dealerships that trim their trees up high enough so you can get a car hauler into their parking lot. But we'll see. I'll catch you guys in a couple here. I'll take you down to Montgomery with me today, and we're gonna go try to make some money. I'll catch you guys in a couple. Hey folks, we're in Roswell, Georgia here. A little bit ahead of us. We're coming up on the Nissan dealership. I was told to pull past the dealership to the other side of this shell, turn right, and it is the 2nd driveway on the right. So we are going to make this corner, which looks kind of sharp, so I'm going to straddle the lane here. And we are going to make our delivery, but glad you guys could see what we're dealing with here. Make the turn. Alright, there's the first driveway. We gotta go to the second one. Pull into the second driveway, pull all the way to the back. So we are going to swing out wide to make this turn. I'm going to lift my trailer, because obviously trailers have drug here. Drop my trailer back down. Welcome to the car dealership. We are here at Nissan. I'm going to get unloaded, and I will see you guys when I leave here. Hey guys, we're just leaving the dealership here. Wanted to show you one of the more fun aspects of sorry about my GPS there. wanted to show you one of the more fun aspects about my job is backing out of a car dealership. This always makes for a fun and easy day when you have to back out onto a blind road and hope and pray no one gets you. So I'll let you guys watch me back out. It's going to be quiet for a minute, but I'll let you guys watch me back out as I concentrate here. So see y'all in a second. That sound you're hearing now was me dropping my suspension back down. I had my lift up so I could get out of the dealership. But alright guys, we got to see this dealership. We are heading to Montgomery, Alabama now. GPS says we got 188 miles, be there at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So I'll see you guys over there. I'll show you guys the plant when we get there. Thank you much for joining along. See you in a minute. Hey guys, what's going on? It's a pretty dreary, rainy Friday morning here. We're loaded up with our Hyundais. Sorry I couldn't show the plant at all by the time I got in there. It was dark and nothing came up on the video really, other than a couple street lights here and there. So maybe next time when I get in there I'll be able to get some video of that. But we're running over here to Alcoa, Tennessee, right next to the airport. We got 2 drops literally about a half mile from each other. We got a rental car agency to drop 5 Elantras, and we have to go up to the dealership to drop 4 Tucsons. So I'm just cruising along here, kind of taking a little bit of the back way in, but it's actually faster because you miss all the Knoxville traffic. And by doing this, you're coming up from the south, so you run in from the south, kind of underneath it and then up into it. If I run all the way up into Knoxville on the highway, you actually go well above the where we're delivering these to, well north of it. Then you cut well east of it to come back down in southwest. So there's no real point. Plus, the road is a divided highway where when we're delivering, and our first delivery at the dealership, we would have come down, had to come all the way down to our second delivery, turn around at our second delivery, go back up to our first delivery, then turn around again and come back down to our other delivery. It just doesn't make much sense. So this way, it may take an extra 10 minutes, but it's actually a lot shorter by probably, I don't know, 15, 20 miles of actual drive time. And the only reason it's longer is because you go through this small town here. It's 30 miles an hour for a couple minutes. So that's the biggest reason we when we're going into Alcoa, we'll come this way. It just cuts out a lot of BS that you don't have to actually drive. So
Continue on this road for
sorry,
18
just
miles.
getting out here into traffic. So yeah, I'll show you when we get over there by the dealership here in a minute. We'll pull out in front of them, make our delivery, spin around, go make our other delivery, and then I'm kind of debating. I could run up to Nissan today, load up, run all the way back home, which really isn't that big of a deal. It's, I don't know, 400 miles total. It's not a huge ordeal to run up there, load up, because a lot of the loads that I'm looking at are actually taking me south, which would be faster to run up to Smyrna on Monday and load up and head south. The only problem is, by doing that, you could miss out on the load. If they get hauled over the weekend, come Monday morning, there's nothing there. So it is overflow, so it pays a little bit better, so it is kind of worth making the trip. But on the same note, it would be nice to get home at noon on Friday here today. But I don't know, kind of debating here. Gonna see if anything else pops, because the work's good, but it's not great with the overflow. So I don't know.
Turn right and
Kind of
then take the
thinking,
entrance to
playing
the
around
left
with
in
my head,
180 feet. In
trying to
900
decide what I
feet,
want to
take
do.
the entrance to the left on US 321.
Like I said, I mean,
Continue on this road for 16 miles.
it's worth running up there today, but that puts me home at like 10 o'clock tonight. So I don't know. We'll see. But we're gonna get over to the dealership here. I'll catch you guys in a couple minutes. Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry, I didn't show any going to the dealership or that or the Enterprise car rental place today. It was pouring down the rain, so I just decided to hurry up and try to get done. I'm sure some of you guys wanted to see that. Again, I'm sorry about that, but I'm in a little bit of a rush today, so I am hustling. But this is pulling into the back side of the Nissan plant. We gotta pick up one car here. We gotta pick up what would that be? That'd be 7 cars out front in the main plant. And then we have 1 car over at, sorry, I'm turning, shifting, and trying not to hit a new car. And 1 car over at the racetrack we gotta go grab tonight. So we are going to hurry up and get this 1 car over here and head on over to the next head on out front and grab the rest of our cars. So I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Okay guys, I don't know if you can see much right now. We're fully loaded. The daylight savings time is kind of killing us for time to shoot video. But want to say thank you for tuning along and for tuning in and watching my vlog today. By the way, stay tuned. Next week I've got an awesome surprise for you guys. So I can't wait to show you guys that next week. I will see you guys then. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys in the snow. Have a good one.